The Azimio la Umoja presidential candidate, Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, who is very angry and very bitter, is now pointing fingers and blaming some foreign countries after losing the just concluded 2022 general election. You know, Raila Odinga is accusing some international communities, powerful international communities like the USA, like European countries, for being involved in political affairs of not only Kenya alone, but entire African countries. Let me ask you a very simple question, ladies and gentlemen. Apart from this deep state here in Kenya, which we have actually been told that it exists and it determines who becomes the president of the Republic of Kenya, do you believe that there is a foreign deep state from European countries which actually installs African presidents? Because Raila Odinga is accusing the USA that it did not want him to become the next president of the Republic of Kenya. That is why it interfered with the political affairs of this country. Raila Odinga believes that he would have become the president of the Republic of Kenya, if not the USA being interfering with the politics of this country. So do you believe that there is a deep state from the USA which actually determines who becomes the next president here in Africa? And after listening to that speech by Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, I came to this conclusion that Raila Amolo Odinga has extended his political matters. He has improved, he has moved on from local politics. And when I say local politics, I actually mean Kenyan politics. So he is not involved so much in Kenyan politics alone. He has extended his political matters or his political affairs to African or to regional countries, or to regional, from local to regional, whereby he is now fighting for the liberation of African countries to resist from European countries. Raila Odinga is right now uniting the African countries to come together and never to depend on the European countries, because they are actually messing up on matters to do with African countries. That is what Raila Odinga is very keen to achieve. He has extended his political legacy. You know, we all know that Raila Amolo Odinga, this was his 5th time contesting for the presidency here in Kenya. He started contesting in 1997, but he has never become the president. And I personally believe that Raila Amolo Odinga, the just concluded 2022 general election, was his best chance, because he had everything at hand. He had that support from the retired president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, who actually had that power to make him the president of the Republic of Kenya. That is why even when he was campaigning, I don't want to dwell so much on the history part, because each and every person knows about that. But I just want to briefly enlighten you, or give you the summary or highlights, whereby Raila Amolo Odinga, when he was campaigning for the presidency, majority of his allies believed that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta had that deep state, and Raila Odinga was winning several times, but he did not become the president simply because he lacked the deep state. But in the previous concluded 2022 general election, Raila Odinga and his allies believed that this time round, Raila Odinga has everything at hand to make him the president, because Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta created an environment, a conducive environment for Raila Amolo Odinga's politics. He supported him free and fair, even though he did not participate in his campaigns largely. But he created an environment, a comfortable environment for Raila Amolo Odinga. He made Raila Odinga's work become so easy because, first of all, he came up, or he held a meeting with business people from Mount Kenya region who are very rich, who actually funded Raila Amolo Odinga's political campaigns. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta himself used public money to campaign for none other than Raila Amolo Odinga. That is why we had that report in the previous days, which actually showed that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta misquandered or misused the State House funds, 4 million a day, to fund Raila Amolo Odinga's campaigns and rallies. So that is it. But I just want us to briefly look at what Raila Amolo Odinga is complaining about and what it actually means. What is his complaints that he is actually coming up with during his speech. But before that, if you're watching this video for the first time, kindly support me by subscribing to my YouTube channel. Please give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend my channel to reach out to other people and to my subscribers. I just want to take this opportunity also to thank you guys for your continued support. I'm not taking your support for granted, so thank you so much. You can also support this channel by sharing this video, or also you can press that notification bell so that each and every time I upload a video, YouTube will automatically notify you that I've actually uploaded a video on this platform. So thank you so much. You can also comment on the comment section below so that I can hear you out. I can hear what you can, what's your view on this concerning this video, because politics, I personally believe that it always needs engagement, because each and every person who likes politics, who follows each and every political activity, has their own opinion, has their own view. So thank you so much as you participate in my YouTube channel, and feel very much welcome. Thank you so much, guys. First point, Raila Amolo Odinga is blaming the European countries on something to do with the IEBC. Uhuru Muigai or Raila Amolo Odinga believes that the international communities did not condemn what actually happened in the IEBC. You know, we all know how IEBC conducted the just concluded 2022 general election. Majority of IEBC officials, IEBC commissioners, disowned the results, the final results, which were declared or announced by none other than the IEBC chairperson, Wafula Chebukati. But Raila Amolo Odinga is blaming the European countries, the USA, for not condemning the IEBC, for not conducting free and fair election. That is the first point, which I've actually heard from Raila Odinga. The second thing, Raila Odinga is accusing the European countries for being actively involved or interfering with the political matters, not only in Kenya alone, but in African countries. That is why Raila Amolo Odinga is highlighting that is how we have had recent cases, several recent cases of coup and the return of generals, because the European countries are very much keen on installing some presidents here in Africa, Kenya being included. And Raila Amolo Odinga is saying that that is very, very wrong. That is the second thing that Raila Amolo Odinga is complaining about. The third point is that Raila Amolo Odinga is blaming the European countries for being involved, for being interfering with the economy of African countries. Raila Odinga has made it very clear that, like for example here in Kenya, the European countries does not like Kenya to become a manufacturing hub, Kenya to supply its products to African countries. The European countries do not want that one to happen, simply because the African countries, if they will handle that value addition economy of raw materials, it will actually regulate the exports and the imports of goods here in Africa, and it will create a competition in monopoly capital of the international communities. Raila Amolo Odinga has said very, very clearly that the international communities or the foreign countries only want African countries to become servants of the international monetary capital so that they can control the economy here in Africa. That is what Raila Amolo Odinga is accusing the foreign countries. And also, Raila Odinga went on to complain about the ignorance of Africans, the ignorance of the youths here in Kenya included. And Raila Odinga is saying very clearly that the ignorance of the youths is not a good thing, because Raila Odinga believes that some people or the forefathers who suffered so that we can enjoy the freedom. And Raila Odinga is accusing the youths here in Kenya for calling themselves the hustlers, for not knowing what this country or how this country has come from. They don't know. That is what Raila Odinga is saying. I don't know what you think. Let me hear your thoughts on the comment section below. What do you think about Raila Odinga? Is he right? Or he is just playing the opposition role? Just comment and see you in my next video. Thank you so much, guys, and see you in the next video. Thank you.